The top fabric came from Moods, and the leggings knit came from Fabric Mock. Nice little quick outfit. Hello and welcome. I'm here today to talk about the Newlook pattern 6439. I think Grace just did this pattern so lovely with Grace. I believe she did the top and the bottom. I know she did the bottom. But these pants are something you're gonna need or will love to have in your wardrobe this fall, summer, or spring, year round, because depending on the fabric that you make the pants and the top out, goes all year long. It only took me 15 minutes to put these pants together. As you know, I based all my stuff, and it's only a two-piece pattern for the leggings. So you have the front and the back, cutting two of each, and it's elastic waistband. So you're gonna fold this waistband down on 1.25 inches, and you're using elastic for the waist. And I basted it together in less than 15 minutes. So I'm gonna serge it. As you can see, I'm in the process of serging them now. So if you want a quick pair of leggings for the fall, winter months, this is the pattern. This has just became one of my go-to patterns. Real cute, quick, easy, simple, and truly, truly a beginner's pattern. I thought I would let you see how they're kind of looking on. They're not completely finished yet. I have to go up the seam in the two sides. I just did the inner, but these are really, really, really nice. And this is a ponton knit. I'm gonna go ahead and finish serging and let you see them after I've finished the serging. And so guys, here they are after I have serged everything except for the top and the elastic on the side. Less than 15 minutes. This would definitely be my go-to from now on when I need a pattern. And they're supposed to be worn some inches below your waistline. Nice, very nice patterns. I think they came out nice. And I don't like them real tight. Just have to install the elastic in the waistband, tighten them up. No elastic, so they're falling down, but I wanted to show you how easy and simple this pattern is. It's only two pieces in your elastic waistband. It's definitely a go-to pattern for me. I'm gonna show you what I sewed these for to go with my sweater top. So this is the top. I've started on it. I've showed it in another video. And this is as far as I've gotten with this top. This centerpiece, as you know, will fold and buttonholes go on the side. The pattern for the top is Simplicity 9826 and it's D. The view is D. Okay, here are the pants. I think they make a great match. Okay, here is how the pants are looking with that sweater. I think it's gonna make a nice little combo. Let me know in the comment what you think. Give me your suggestions. I just love those pants, and they were, man, they were so easy to make. I'm telling you, you need that in your wardrobe. Really easy. Loving it. I like this little print. So Newlook 6439, as you can see, it shirts tops and bottoms, but it's only one bottom, which is A, and that's the one I did in that cream color version. Here is a quick look at the layout. It's only two pieces, just like I said, front and back. And piece 3 is the elastic. Very simple, very easy, truly beginner friendly. And you can make some nice pieces out of this. Easy, just for knits. And what you need for this project is thread, 1 1/8 yards of 3/4 inch wide elastic. And that's it, because that's view A, which are the pants. And there's the suggested fabrics. That totally searched the whole project, the pants. Just a simple pair of pants. And only thing remaining is the waistband. Correction, the only thing that's left to do is the waistband and the hem. For that, I have to try on and mark. But I really love these little pants. They came out better than I thought. I have made this pattern before, but I made it a little too big. Here I've marked my hemline. I gotta cut some of that off too. But I enjoyed making it this time, and each time you sew, you'll get better and better on your journey. This is a truly easy beginner pattern if you sew with knits. It's easier to me than woven now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. So guys, hi, Alethea here. Here's some of the fabric that I just gotten out the cleaners. This been here for a while, but this is what I just got out the cleaners. It's the corduroys, and I have a introduction of this fabric right here to make that cape out of. Stay tuned. Speaking of fabrics, I have this bag of fabric that has to go to the cleaners. And this was introduced in another video. I'll try to link it in the description section for you to watch. But these are on their way to the cleaners. A lot. So this is Vogue 2054, and I'm doing view A. As you can see, is the shorter version of the cape. So here's your line drawing of view A, front and back. It has pockets up top. And here are your notions. And I'm making my cape out of fleece. My fleece fabric is 60 inches wide, and here is the layout for the fabric and your interfacing. And the fleece that I'm using is a polo fleece. It's 100% polyester, and it's made from polyester, and polyester is made from plastic. Did you know that? If you did, let me know in the comments. As you can see, here are the pieces that you need for coat A lot, huh? So polyester fleece is not like the sheep's wool. It's an alternative to the regular wool. As you can see, I cleaned it and it's ready to go. Next step will be the layout, and I'm gonna make a size medium, but fleece is durable in the winter weather. This is a tightly knit fleece, but it's again not the sheep's, and you can cold wash and low dry for this. But I will be probably putting it in the cleaners after the garment is made. Now it's insulating and opaque, water resistant, and wrinkle resistant. And it's a lightweight alternative to wool. It has a soft, raised texture, brush texture, tightly woven, 100% polyester. I completely forgot one very, very important step in your layout of fleeces, just like the corduroy and those two-tone fabrics. You have to lay it out flat and be very cautious of that directional tone or tones when you put your coat together. It'll, if it's not laid out properly, it will be like a two-tone garment in the end. Very important to remember. I'm going to lay mine out in a single fold. Not a fold, just lay it on a single layer to make sure all of the arrows are going in the same direction as the grain line. See, the arrow is going in this direction on this side of your fabric. And when I flip it over, it's going in the opposite direction. That's the purpose of this layout. So, hello. And today we're going to work with the fleece fabric. This is the layout portion of the 2054, the shorter version of the cape. Now, as you can see, it does not have pockets like the longer length, but I'm trying to make up my mind whether I want to insert the pockets if they're not too hard. So, did you know that fleece has a nap? So, because of that, I'm gonna lay out my fabric without a fold, making sure that all the arrows are in the same direction, and the fabric is gonna be folded crosswise. And then you turn your fabric so the arrows are going in the same direction, because you don't want to have that two-tone color cape. Let's do that. As you see, I have placed my arrows in the direction, and this is the wrong side. A question would be, how do you tell the right side of fleece from the wrong side? Stay tuned, I'll answer that question at the end. So the arrows are placed on the fabric, all down the fabric. I marked this intentionally so I can make sure the placement of the arrows when I'm finished with cutting will be in the same direction. And to do this and use this layout, you fold your fabric with right sides together crosswise. And I marked this fabric all along the edges to make sure that the arrows and the end results will be going in the same direction. You can see the arrow is going in this direction on this side of your fabric. And when I flip it over, it's going in the opposite direction. That's the purpose of this layout. I have cut my fabric at the edge, and I'm going to turn the fabric so the arrows are going in the same direction, which means the grain line will be in the same direction. After folding the fabric, as you can see, this is one side of the fabric, and this is the other side. And you can see the lines are actually going, the arrows are actually going in the same direction. So you won't have a two-tone coat. This has been successfully cut, flipped over, and your grain lines are now going in the same direction. So let's pin our pattern pieces. As you can see, this is one of the pattern pieces we have to work with our pattern. And it says center, back on fold. These are your lines to be placed on the fold. Well, what happened, I do not have a fold anymore since I cut the fabric, but that is easily done. You place one piece down on your fabric like that, and flip it over to the other side and do that piece. And then that's simple. And this is pattern piece number 10. And you have to do 2 of fabric on fold and cut 1 on fold for interfaces. So you're going to place your pattern piece down. Flip it over. And do your next section. You're going to outline each. See the stack of pieces that I had to cut out. I believe it was like 12 pieces, pattern pieces to cut out. And some of them you had to cut out 2 of each. So that's a stack. Let's get to the tracing. Okay, so the next step to this process is I've cut out my pattern and my pieces and pinned them. So the next step would be tracing. Because I don't cut my normal size from the pattern, I leave this pattern intact. I use this artist pen and tracing paper to trace my actual size. And to protect the pattern, I use tape on the lines that I'm going to trace in. This particular piece right here, well, this cape I'm sewing, I have selected a medium size. So I went around and taped all the areas that I'm going to use to trace. Another option would be to get tracing paper, see-through paper, and trace your pattern that way and cut it out. And because of my layout that I chose, I know that each piece of fabric is on the wrong side. So I place one piece of my tracing paper on the bottom layer and sandwich it in between the fabric and the pattern piece. And now I'm ready to trace. So this is how it's looking after I finish tracing around where I need to trace. Remember to get all your markings, and as I speak, I see that I forgot to do my notches. So next step is to cut around where you need to cut your pattern, and don't forget the markings. Now, as you can see, I have these little markings, your circles. But on the flip side, it did not go through. Tracing this with that pen, that artist pen, it's kind of hard. It's like a cushion, and it does not penetrate to the back edge. So what I would do is just stick a pen right in that circle and mark it that way from the back, like that. Okay, so that's it for this portion of the Cape Vogue 2054. Thanks for joining me. Next up, please stay tuned for a step-by-step tutorial in sewing this cape projects. Thanks for coming. Sweet inspirations to all.